People think some huge trauma needs to happen before you can use therapy, but really, you can use the therapy to get the tools before something bad happens. Visit BetterHelp.com/TBTB and learn some new things to help navigate life. Again, visit BetterHelp.com/TBTB and learn some new things to help navigate life. And now let's get to the show. Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Bald and the Beautiful. I am Melissa.
Kevin Fredericks.
Angel.
Marcus.
And we review the show, the Married at First Sight, season 13, 14, 15, I don't know.
11,000.
And this season is off to a slow start, but here and yet we are here.
Picking up a little bit.
Very little bit.
A little bit.
Very little bit.
Good or bad?
Picking up a little bit.
All
Picking
right.
up.
So let's go ahead and start with Bao and Johnny.
Okay, so this is the thing about Bao.
Babe.
Johnny was like, come on, you got to take a shower. She was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And the last time we talked about a depressive episode, she does not want to do that.
No.
I don't think what she was talking about this episode was tied to being in a depressive episode. I think she sometimes just wants to work out and crash. Johnny was like, I'm going to go to my house for a couple of days because I don't know how else to deal with the fact that you won't take a shower. Yeah. So I'm going to she was like, but we're just married. He was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go home for just 2-3 days. Okay.
But let me tell you, I watched, is it Unhinged?
Unfiltered.
Unfiltered.
Unhinged.
I watched Unfiltered, at least a little piece of it last week. I mean, not last week, for this episode. And the reason why he left was an argument they had right before they got there.
Yeah.
And let me tell you what the argument was about.
Her snoring.
No. They showed up. She got excited when they got to their new house and got really really excited. And he was like, you're acting like a child. It caused an argument.
So that was even on the unfiltered, but during the show.
That's why he went home?
Well, I think it escalated from that. Because I guess, like he said, her excitement comes off very childish and immature.
He got mad at her for being excited?
Because it's too childlike. In his opinion.
Because she wouldn't take a shower?
No.
I mean, that might have been some of it, too.
But no, he said that's the reason.
Did you see the meeting
as well? It's
already 2 hours. Did you see the meeting with Pastor Cal?
Yeah.
So he brought it up then, too, of her, like, you know, it's a turnoff for you to when you.
Oh, but there was no context.
He did say that. And I was like, I thought that was a little out of place. Why didn't you put that in?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess the cameras wasn't there. I don't know.
No, the cameras were definitely there when they showed up, but I don't know why the argument wasn't.
That's a weird thing to be upset about.
Very strange argument.
Melissa got
Johnny's
excited
a
last
dick,
night.
but go ahead.
Melissa's dating show went really well, and she got excited last night, and she jumped on the bed, and I was like, this is great. Yeah. Johnny would have been like, what are you, sick?
Well, the
Joe musty self.
Well, I don't think it's the excitement. I think it's the way.
But no, her jumping on the bed would be considered.
Melissa,
I was like childlike excitement.
It was.
Well, yeah. I mean, the clips that she showed, because she was like, when they were getting in the hammock, and she was like, yeah, stabilize me, get in here. And then the other one, but even they wrong for that. Even with the editing, when he brought it up, and she was like, did like the pouty face,
yeah,
like, I know they edit that in there. Like, I get where he's coming from, but at the same time, he's an asshole for approaching it that way.
I don't get where he's coming from. I think it's a bit excessive.
I'm not watching the Unfiltered.
No, you don't. You don't need to.
2 hours is a big commitment.
No, that was the main part of it was on the actual show.
But are they leaving stuff out just so they have something on Unfiltered?
It's like 15 minutes.
Are they leaving stuff out on purpose just so they have something to talk about on Unfiltered?
They probably are. I mean, but it was only because I was still cleaning up dishes that it was still playing in the background.
Oh, we took JoJo to soccer practice. I took Joe to soccer practice right after that.
But hearing him talk about, I can understand that like certain things she does is unattractive, but like the way he's making this seem, he just seems like a jerk to me now.
He wants to get out of it so bad.
Yes.
He said it so many times.
Yeah.
I would have said that. Yeah.
I would have been gone. He went home, which I thought she would make a bigger deal about that.
But now understanding that they just had the argument, it probably was a little tense in the air, a little thin.
Oh, so you think she might have went?
So
it was in the heat of the moment. Like, you leaving? You know what? It's probably a good idea that you leave.
But she go ahead.
No, go.
She was right when she said we's married now.
That's what I'm saying.
Just pick up and go.
For a couple of days?
Yeah.
I know.
I
I
thought it
said
was a day. When he said a couple of days, I said, oh, whoa,
He came
wait
back
a
all
minute.
refreshed like,
But what's crazy is that the stuff that they are arguing
It's
about
dumb.
is dumb.
It's
I mean,
dumb.
ain't that
When he was
marriage,
like,
though?
we've been through a lot. We've been through a lot.
Been through a lot. Y'all been through,
Like,
y'all been through a week
when?
and what, a couple of days?
Yeah,
Or was it
so
10 days
what
at this
do you-
point?
They haven't even played the music on y'all.
Yeah, right.
They heard a
Nothing.
We are missing at all.
Y'all issues are dumb.
but he be making them dumb.
It's on his own insecurity, to be honest, because when they did the flashback, I'm gonna have to use you, honey. They did the flashback of him trying to like go into her intimately for a kiss. He was so over like dramatic. He was like,
And she's like,
Oh, was she?
yeah.
but his like
You look
his
like a Hey
whole,
Tony.
he was just like,
That's what she
he
did.
was like, but he was so Skinamax with it. That's probably why she laughed.
Get a max.
Because it was just like,
But that's
I was
conversation they
like,
both need to have.
calm down,
Because
Johnny.
if every time you went in for a kiss, try to be intimate, and she giggling and acting giddy, and it reminds you of a 4-year-old, it will be like.
I do that to Melissa all the time. You know,
I can see.
only in movies do
That's
people
why I tell
grab
him,
your face.
I don't want this
Right.
movie kiss. That's
yes,
exactly-
but that's
But you
exactly
know
how
I'm
he's
being
doing.
silly.
I
You
don't
know,
want
we
that.
do,
Right.
Being
we do
serious?
the hard breathe. You know,
Oh, what is that? Y'all sound like y'all got asthma. One nostril ain't open. By the way, this is totally random, and I'm sorry. I had a dream. This is the most 38 dream. I had a dream that one of my nostrils wasn't open, and in my dream, I was just sitting there like, man, I wish my nostril was open. And then I woke up. I was like, nigga, what a waste of a dream.
What a
I was
waste.
literally just in the dream,
like, this could have
sitting
been a
on the
good
edge of the
dream.
bed, like.
Could have been a wet dream. I'm over here thinking about nostrils.
I literally was like, that's the most bills is due type dream. In the dream, I'm just sitting in the bed, breathing loud, and saying, I wish both of my nostrils was open. I don't really appreciate when my nostrils was last open. And I woke up so mad at my subconscious, like, nigga, we can do anything.
Maybe
I could be
someone-
an eagle on fire, and you sat up here and
Maybe
and,
someone's a dream interpreter. Maybe it means money is coming.
it means
I mean, you got
something.
allergies coming.
That's what it means.
Because
Allergies
otherwise,
is on their way.
my subconscious is lazy. They went into my
Yeah, like,
session
you know
was like,
what?
this nigga dreaming about breathing
He's
clearly.
like, that's
Yeah.
too much. Let's just
Just
nostrils.
leave. Just
Take-
leave.
Nostrils. Take the front seat.
Your reality
Like,
is
is
too
that a-
exciting.
Is
You
that
gotta
a
have
dream
more
or a
dreams.
nightmare that I'm just thinking about breathing?
Yeah, waking up, the reality is the nightmare. It's like, wait a minute.
But yeah, I'm not. Johnny is pissing me off steadily.
I wanted him to be. I thought, man, that sucks.
I
all
wanted
I
him
got.
to be better.
And I thought he was less rigid.
I did. Having 6 of the same shirts let me know he is super rigid.
Yo.
He said they was on sale, sir.
Well, I should make the comparison. I thought he was less rigid than her.
Yes.
That's
So
what I thought.
This is what I find interesting, is he's willing to be a childlike only in the aspects that he wants to.
Yeah.
They were playing with lightsabers.
Lightsabers. Yeah.
Black folks
Lightsaber
be
is
saying
the
lightsaber.
delicious snack.
Little treat, a little candy.
Little candy. Shut up, Josh. Me and you aren't friends anymore. No, so I'm like, he was even like a little uptight when they were doing that. It was like, gee, then she went in for the stuff. He was like, yeah, that's a little hard. Like, don't break my toys.
Right.
Like, did you touch my drum set? Like, you can only do certain things. But like,
nuts on your
again,
drum
I don't know how extreme it is of her acting like a child or giggly or like they only gave us like 3 or 4 examples. I don't know, like,
It can't be that bad. She's not over there doing a little kid
You don't know
voice.
what she doing.
I'm just saying
It
how
would be cute.
how in
Not
the
to him.
world.
Yeah.
But no, this is the thing. If this is something to the point of wanting to potentially leave her, then it would be caught. I would think for it to seem reasonable, the camera would catch it more often. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
when we dealt with Henry and old girl, we caught all of the
Yeah.
mess that
Yeah.
she was doing, or like some of it. But
Yeah.
this,
I
we
mean-
caught her laughing one time.
Yeah.
but the thing is like this is things that you weed out as you're dating.
Right.
You're now married. Dating, like, honestly, if it was me, a chick was giggling, and every time I try to get serious, I'm like, you know what? Is that something
But
you
it's
can do
not
about
even
that?
that. But the thing is, it's
Something
not.
you can do about that.
It's not even just that, because that's
Like, let's
something
be
she
serious,
can. That's something that she could possibly easily fix. She's probably just taken off guard when he wants to like really get into it. So he might just have to pull
Because he's
back
Mr.
some.
Suave.
Yeah, it is. Nobody wants it. But oh, sorry. What were
No,
you?
go ahead.
Okay, but her being upset that she shows joy in a kiddish way, he got to get over that.
I agree, because this is the other thing. They're coming to their apartment for the first time together post honeymoon. I would be excited.
Here's my thing. I think what he is doing.
I thought that was
Oh my
Sorry.
God, Angel.
It's my agent. Y'all keep talking.
Goodness.
This might be a job.
It better be. Tell him I said it.
He patched into her agent. Now I got you. You gonna talk about this warranty? Then I'll tell you about the audition.
That's
the
hilarious.
thing I think about him, to me, he is looking for a thing not to like.
I agree
Yeah.
with that.
And when you're looking
That's
for
true.
a thing not
I
to
agree with
like, you are gonna always find a thing not to
100%.
like. If you're looking
Yeah.
for things to like, you will find things to like.
Because that's something to not that something like her, the way she's acting is something that is just like I said, you cannot like it, but for it to be like, ugh.
The reaction is over based on
he's
the
overreacting.
action.
Yeah.
This dude I follow tweeted, he was like, at some point in your life, and he was talking about work, but he was like, you decide that every battle is not worth going to war over. You just need to, some of them you just got to let it go. And he tweeted that while I was watching Married at First Sight. And I was like, this is what Johnny needs to decide. Like, the snoring thing, it's what's that called when you can't control? She can't control snoring.
Yeah.
It's
Involuntary. Headphones, whatever you got to do. The giddy thing, I mean, how often does that really happen?
Right, yeah.
It's not, like, you got a lot of other stuff that could really be
A non-negotiable.
a non-negotiable. I feel like you're picking ones that are baby stuff.
Right.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like Melissa, for example. I'm just being silly. Melissa will not finish a bottle of water.
That's not silly. That's
She'll have one here. She'll have 3 upstairs in her bedroom.
Because she don't trust y'all like it.
And she has this funny thing about that dog put on me. When we go to hotels, if she leaves water open and the housekeeping comes, she's like, I cannot. Anything could have happened to it. So when I was by myself, if the housekeeping came and I went to drink it, and then I was like, God. But that's a small thing, right? Johnny would be like, the planet, she should pour them, she should finish one. It's just like, in the grand scheme of your whole marriage, does it really matter? And I'm sure if Bao was, I'm going to decide to find things not to like. You got 6 shirts. That's just weird. I feel like you're a little obsessive. That's weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if she wanted to, she could have, or you went away for 2 or 3 days. I feel like you don't care about a relationship. I'm going to make a big deal about that. I feel like she's just not doing that, and it wouldn't feel good if he was doing the same thing.
I think that they
She was doing the same
both
thing.
need a little bit more flexibility. And in the event you are a woman and you need some flexibility in your life, I'm going to advise that you get the Flex Cup.
So you can have sex on your period.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's with the disc.
Yeah.
So you can go swimming.
Yes, there are 2 different
Yes.
items. There's the Flex Disc. There is the Flex Cup. If you're new to the world and you've only used pads or tampons, because those are very traditional menstrual products, and you're like, this sounds, I don't really know. Try the menstrual disc. It is great. It is less scary of an entry point as you're branching away from pads or tampons. It allows you to have sex on your period. You can wear whites. You don't have to have your period draws. You could go swimming. You could do all the things, and it is very secure and very safe. You eliminate period smell. It's all the things. You guys know I started using this when we were on tour 2 or 3 years ago, because we were traveling, and traveling while you're bleeding is not really the best thing, the best experience in life. And so I was looking for a way to, like, how can I make this easier for myself? And that's actually how I was introduced to FlexDisc. Literally, this is the company I used first. And it was an amazing experience. They're made with medical grade silicone. They are really safe. Again, you have 2 options, a disposable option that you can use and have sex, or you can use the reusable option, which is the cup. They last up to 12 hours, depending on your flow. They're really great. It has a pulley tab, so once you stick it up in there and you're scared you're gonna lose it, I don't know how to take it out.
You bloop, pull that thing out.
Boom. Which one to add?
I used the disc last week. Wasn't it fine?
Yeah, that was fine.
See?
You didn't mind
I
it?
didn't
I
mind.
think that's called a testimony.
That's a testimonial. It was fine.
Wasn't it fun?
I said, what time a month?
Hey, because my big thing is the vacation.
Vacation.
You spend all that
or
money
wedding.
on
Yes,
the vacation,
wedding.
or I got
Yeah,
to get
you
a little
want to
piece.
stir the macaroni in different locations.
Yes.
Yeah, you do. One little piece of that butt. I want it in St. Lucia.
Tell them what you want them to do, Liz.
So this is what we want you to do. First of all, we want you to say goodbye to cramps because they also are shown to lessen your cramps.
I haven't had any cramps since I've been using it.
None?
None.
And it's, I don't know if I can say this, but I've heard, I don't know if they gonna back it, but I heard they also can shorten your period as well. So, like, try it for yourself.
Try it for
I have
yourself.
whole threads in my book club talking about this. Again, it goes viral like once or twice a month, where some woman is like, okay, I was scared and then I did it and now y'all was right. Literally, it happens all the time. So this is what we want you to do. Say goodbye to cramps, put sex back on the table, and lend Mother Nature a hand. Go to flexfit.com/TBTB.
TBTB.
And use code TBTB for
TBTB.
20% off Flex Disc Starter Kits or 10% off your first Flex Cup, plus U.S. shipping. Plus free U.S. shipping.
Amen.
Yeah.
That's code TBTB.
TBTB.
At Flex, that's FLEX, fit.com/TBTB. Try it for yourself. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else on this couple?
He's making me change my vote. I thought they would make it, but unless he gets the help that he needs, he ain't gonna.
He has a lot of
ruin it.
things about
Yeah,
her
he's
that annoy him. The one being childish to, or her giggling feels childish to him. To the cleanliness thing. That's what I thought.
And the snoring, too.
The snoring. I thought the tipping point would be the cleanliness thing because if
That is
somebody's doing something that, I mean, it clearly it's grotesque to him,
Right.
Grotesque.
and he can't take it. So I thought that would be
Well,
like
she's not snoring crazy.
snoring. Hey, people snore.
People snore.
People snore sometimes.
Angels snore to
Angels
somebody.
snore sometimes.
You know,
be snoring too.
I snore a little bit. You know,
I be
Angel
snoring.
snores a whole lot more than I do. But hey,
I be snoring.
Liz be snoring cute. It'd be like,
but that's not something where even he did make a big deal out of that too. He's
He
making
makes
a really
big deal about everything.
He's like, you know, I had a hard time sleeping. Like, really, dude?
Let me tell you
Take it
something.
easy. Go to bed first.
He recorded her snoring. I'm like, is that what you?
I know. That's what I was
On
like.
the plane.
You know that woman told you she don't like it. Why would you record
how many
her?
times she got to make?
Yeah.
How can she make it clearer?
Yeah,
Right.
I didn't like that.
She's
He did
So
that.
for him to
about it.
record it on the plane, I'm just like, really, dude? But two, I was like, that's what you call bad snoring?
Right.
And it was
Like, wait
clearly
till she
audio
pregnant.
engineered.
Yeah,
I think that they added.
they
some-
probably did.
I be snoring
So
too.
yeah, he just
I'd be tired.
he's finding things to get into. He's annoyed about a lot of things. It sounds like this is his way of backing out.
Yeah, I agree.
Where
That's
it's
why
not
he's
an
been
app.
on 100
This is not an
dates.
app. He's already married,
Oh,
so we
yeah.
can't just swipe or.
Well, he said that. He was
disappear.
like, oh, we've been through a lot, and I'm here to stick it
Yeah.
through.
It's
You
like-
just came back.
many
Yeah,
days
y'all
is
have
it?
not been through a
It's a
lot.
week
Shut
and a half.
up.
A little over a week.
Not
I
even
think
2
he said
weeks.
7
During
days.
the honeymoon,
When he
though.
reset, it was 7
Yeah.
days.
Y'all, it was the honeymoon portion of y'all did a lot. If the
He's-
honeymoon was a lot, oh, wait till real life can
Right.
Wait
Y'all ain't
until-
even do
you don't
work.
even know what a lot is.
She ain't even came in the bed musty yet.
The other thing that and then I'm done with them,
Self-destruct.
is that I really do feel for Bao, because like that is probably one of the most hurtful things that I guess could happen is for your spouse to be like, I am not attracted to you, nor in the person that you are and the things you do just disgust me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, God dang, Johnny. Like, he's like, I'm not attracted to her because of her behavior. And it's not like her being excited about stuff and not acting like a 55-year-old wealthy woman. Well, this is amazing. I'm like, that's what I feel like he wants her to be. Like a woman who's like,
He wants her to be.
oh, this house, it's great.
He wants her to be sexy a lot more often. 'Cause
He wants this like
He wants
fake
somebody like
version
him.
of it.
Like
But he is goofy. I don't know what
is.
he's talking about.
No. But he don't see himself as goofy.
So he don't want himself, is what I'm saying. He wants something that is a caricature that he done probably saw in a porn, and she is not that. The only reason why I say that is because he kisses like he's in a porn.
He
He
definitely
does.
I can't take what people
The
do,
other
so I
thing
ain't
I
pay no
thought
attention
was
to it.
funny, I did not think it would be Johnny that would make them not work.
Right.
Yes,
I
at
thought
the
it would
beginning,
be
they thought it was
Bao.
Yes.
Bao.
I thought
Yeah.
it would be Bao.
I agree,
It's
Melissa.
really super surprising that Johnny is the one. acting like he can't get it together. Like he literally has no act right. He doesn't want to be married. He doesn't want to be committed.
Right.
It's like his first time. Like, all right, this is committed. You married.
Mm-hmm.
And he
But
is
all these things,
freaking
it should be
out.
perfect.
Right.
My dad like us now. Come on.
That might be the turning
This is
point.
totally random, and I'm just going to say it because her name is Bao. Somebody said, Toni Braxton in that song, she doesn't say about. She said, I can't stop thinking about. And I was like, she does not say about.
Yeah, she does.
She says about.
She did.
About.
And that song just came on while we were driving here. And then her name is
Toni Braxton, she's a baritone.
She is. I love it. This is why I sang in the tenor section, because I was like, if Toni Braxton could sing
Toni
that
Braxton
low,
was y'all leader.
so can I.
I didn't realize that her sisters were singing background the whole time.
Now,
Yes.
when you listen, I'm
can
like,
hear.
oh, I hear all
hear
of
all
it.
Yeah,
of
you can hear Tamar's.
Yeah.
Tamar's
All right.
funny,
Anything
man.
else?
Nah,
No,
we
I
ain't got
can't
nothing
think
else
about
to do.
nothing.
Okay. Chad, let's go to Michaela and Zach.
Hey, let me tell you.
Woo!
Get in there, Tank.
Y'all want me to get in there?
Yeah.
Get in there, Tank.
All right. So the boy that up and disappeared in the middle of the morning.
He did.
He messed up.
He did.
He clearly messed up. It would have been a simple note on the thing, a text message. After
said
she
a
done
sticky
threatened
note.
his life of don't wake me up, whatever you do, let me burn up. Do not wake me up.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, I ain't gonna wake you up. I'm just gonna leave. Part of that is from him being single for so long and probably his age. He's been single a long time. He probably just saw himself getting up. Let me just run this dog over here. I don't know how long it takes to drop a dog off at the
It was like
thing.
the time you went to Target. And
I went to Target.
Angel thought you was in there. You
Yeah.
was like, I'm going to run to Target. I'll be right back.
And so he was
The fact
wrong.
that you remembered
However,
that.
however, for her to just up and leave, Angel said that she said she called him multiple times.
Yeah.
She did. She said he did answer her calls or her text
Okay,
messages.
because I missed that part because I was in the thinking like it would have been a simple, where the hell you at?
But she
ran
did
to
do
Target.
that.
I ran to Target.
Listen.
I ran to I picked up.
Let
oh,
me,
no, I
let
didn't,
me,
'cause both
no,
my
no, no.
phones was-
Let me, so y'all know what the backstory is since Kevin brought it up being shady. I had
You
asked.
could have just let it leave. You like the
Kev got
partner.
it.
You
Kev
like
got
the
it.
partner that reneges and says something. Just let it slide.
No, because he going to keep bringing it up. He didn't brought it up.
You bring up the fact that he went to Target
He
real quick?
brought it up 5 times.
Yes,
not
I'm like,
bringing it
so
up.
I got to go
Kevin
ahead and
is
say.
trash.
Yeah.
Josh is trash.
So
No, Josh is
Josh
trash.
is not loyal.
I had asked.
Quickly, y'all turned on
You are trash. He's trash. Nope, Josh.
Everybody trash.
Everybody is toxic around here.
It was a Friday. Here's the thing. Bonus. I asked if Kev and Josh would allow me to shoot earlier because I think I had an audition or something. And they were like, cool. So Marcus, at the time, was still working the later shift. So he was at home. I didn't need to get a babysitter. I'm in the shower getting ready. Marcus has this thing of telling me stuff and then not checking in to see if I've heard him. Meaning
As you
we
do the
weren't
same thing.
already in conversation. So it wasn't like we were having a back and forth. He'll say something and then just go about. So
You do
I
it too.
okay. I
Okay,
am
I'm
just
just saying. Don't say Marcus. We have this thing of saying something and then just going about.
no. Sometimes I'll be like, "Did you hear me?" You'll be like, "Yeah."
No, you a lie.
Anyway,
Don't say you a lie. Not that is a lie or you're lying.
I'm in
You
the
a lie.
shower. He doesn't check to hear if I hear him. He leaves. I am dressed, getting ready to go to work. Now, I've already told him that I had to leave for work at a certain time. I have children at the house, 4 of them. I am in the car thinking he's going to pull up.
She does.
Yeah, that's exactly what it felt like. I have 4 kids. I don't know where this nigga is. I call him. Now, mind you, he got 2 phones.
Yeah.
Okay. Call the one phone, don't pick up. Call the other phone, don't pick up. Now I'm just calling over and over and over again. Now I am late. So I didn't call. I said,
That
hey
never
guys.
happens.
I said, hey guys. What? See, you just like him. You just like Zach, young and stupid.
Not 39, but young and stupid.
Yes. And finally, I don't know when, he finally gets back, picks up. Where are you? I'm at Target.
That's the problem. Thing is, we didn't talk about her being at work that morning because the schedule for y'all shooting has changed multiple times.
What? A million times.
So I'm like, and my
Literally.
schedule is all off because I'm no longer on my normal shift. I'm on. I don't know
You
what
going
day
down
it
to
is.
Riverside.
I don't know what time y'all recording. I don't know what's going on. But I know I needed to go Target real quick.
That's the one thing I know. That's for sure. It ain't gonna be numbered real quick.
It's-
Right back around. Zach up and left. Michaela said she
got
tried to
up
reach him.
and took that can or bottle, whatever
She
she
slammed
said,
it.
and walked away.
I said, oh, here it
Anytime
goes.
they gotta go to the close
whole
on
time.
TV, you know they was
CCTV.
pissed. CCTV big
Anyone
pissed.
else to this one too?
No, you go ahead.
Oh my God.
So I can understand why she would be pissed because I've had people do things like that irresponsibly. But I also think
Tropical
that
Storm Angel.
I also think that while she did exactly what she said she wouldn't do, which was leave.
Yeah.
So that's hypocritical. I do think he handled it so wrong.
Oh,
Yeah. He couldn't admit that he was wrong. He did apologize, but he didn't say I was wrong.
Bruh, he handled that terribly.
Yeah.
Yes.
The thing I thought about that was interesting, though, the family story of why it meant more made more sense, right? Because he's just like, nigga, he was more concerned with the fact that she got him back than that he was wrong.
Yes.
Right.
He left before he could say I was wrong. He was like, is that why you left? She was like, yep. I can't do this. I can't do that. But the fact that her dad leaving and all that, I was like, see, this is what happens when you rush to the marriage.
Yeah.
You don't get that backstory. Now, if you might have known that, you'd be like, okay, if I leave, and you ain't really thinking, if I'm just going to run out real quick and be right back, that's going to make me feel like my dad left me and didn't come back. Like, nobody's making that connection. But all of us who are married have mishandled a situation, especially when we were wrong first. And just watching two people do it, they were lucky Pastor Cal came there.
Yeah.
Lucky he was there to defuse
that particular situation is like, okay, there was a 2.5 hour time period where she couldn't get a hold of him. This man could have left his phone in the room on silent. He could have left it in the car like I did. He could, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff could have happened. It could be a lot of scenarios in that time span of, all right, I'm packing up everything and leaving.
Yep.
But it's also with them being new in a relationship, them not having the honeymoon together, and it seeming like something
This is
very
the third day together, third or fourth day together.
They
Right.
didn't have
They
it.
did not have a
they've been
honeymoon.
around each other.
They just got together, and it seemed like such a small consideration that he could have made.
Especially this early on.
This early on to just be like, if you say you're coming back and you don't, and then you don't answer my phone call, I'm like, I don't have enough in your favor to not stack things up against you. No, he had said, I'm going to have her go to sleep and then I'm coming back. So already you didn't do what you said you were going to do.
No, he said what now?
He said, I'm going to take the dog.
No, she didn't know he was taking the dog.
Yes, she did.
I thought she just woke up and he was gone. She said, did you take the dog?
No. She was awake when he left. He said, I'm going to take the dog. I'm going to make sure it falls asleep. Then I'm coming back. She fell asleep waiting for him. She woke up. He still wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
I remember it different.
No, you remember it wrong. I promise
you. You just watched it this morning because you were asleep.
I know. So that's why I know I watched it right. So he already didn't do the thing he said he was going to do by returning, which is not that big of a thing. He fell asleep.
Right.
But then to not then give the consideration that somebody was waiting on you, who is your wife, and you did not reach out, even if he missed all of her calls, you then called.
Yeah, that's what I thought. She fell asleep the night before. He was supposed to come to bed.
Yes, the night before he was dropping the dog off.
Okay, so say it again.
No.
I missed this.
So the night before.
He was dropping the dog off that morning.
No, you're not understanding. The night before, he was taking the dog to his home, his actual home, for the dog to go to sleep.
At his house.
Yes, he fell asleep at his house. When he woke up, he took the dog to daycare.
Okay.
He did not call her on the way to daycare at all. He was awake. He could have called her then.
Okay.
He then comes home at 9:15 and is like, you weren't there.
So when
everybody in the chat says Angel's wrong.
Wait,
That's how I remember
I'm
it as
confused.
being different.
Yeah.
I thought he was supposed to come to bed.
No, now they say Angel's right.
I know. I watched it right before we came here.
All right, whatever.
Now they're
Regardless.
saying he's right.
Yeah, it switched.
As soon as I say they're wrong, you said you were
No,
right.
it flip-flopped. I think because she got it all out.
Got
so
it.
then, once she explained the whole thing. So then, okay, so that's clarity.
Yes.
Okay. And then what had happened?
I'm confused. I thought I watched it. Now I don't know.
That's why I was like, wait, what happened? He left their apartment.
First
It
of all,
was
these
on the
people don't
camera.
care.
So it was
Right or
another
wrong.
room. It regardless, he had, but
Yeah, he was in a different room.
He was in a different
He
room.
was supposed to join her, and he said, "I fell asleep."
Got it.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
a different
He
room.
said, "I
Okay.
fell asleep."
So a different
Yeah.
room.
I
So he,
didn't come to you because I fell asleep
Yes.
In the other room.
in the other room.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I got it. So then when she wakes up, nobody's there.
Right.
So that's triggering her trauma response because
Yeah.
the way her
Of
daddy
being
died.
abandoned by her daddy
But this
passing.
is the thing. This is the only thing that I have with her and her response is that her leaving is tick for tat.
oh yeah,
Definitely, absolutely. That's why
She
I
was
said she was
wrong.
wrong too.
Yeah, so
And you, in marriage, man, let me tell y'all young marrieds,
it's too
you
much.
never
marriage.
want to spoil a full-on 100% right.
Yeah.
You had him dead to rights.
she did.
All you had to do is stay
Wait
home.
and simmer in your anger.
Simmer
Right.
your
Let
anger.
it get mad. Like, oh, he got it coming. I called you 15 times.
Oh,
Oh, you got
she
it coming.
had him.
You don't
With-
leave.
with
Headshot, sniper a mile away.
Yeah.
She said, "Let me just hush you," and now you done.
Yeah, you done missed
giving
the shot.
him
You 3
doing
miles
right.
off.
You just squander. You never want. You rarely get your partner 100%
Yes.
wrong. You squandered it,
Yeah.
and
She-
then
she
you did it with
did.
the marriage counselor coming in.
And then they said, and then she flipped out.
Oh, and the flip
Yeah.
out. Now,
Right.
I'm like, girl, you did 2 wrong things.
Right. And he's probably like, I didn't do all of that, but my intent wasn't to harm you.
Right.
Yeah.
I just did it wrong.
Yeah.
Where she was like, let me get back at you.
Oh yeah.
And the thing that it looked like he was seeing, he was like, okay, so if I make a mistake,
Right.
you just gon' especially if he
out.
didn't have bad intentions,
Yeah.
right? I made a mistake. You are then going to punish me,
Right.
right? Like you're gonna flip out, or you're gonna do what you think is right or wrong, whatever I did. That is unhealthy to just be like, I'm gonna get you back. And you ain't gonna go a long way if your whole thing is. Angel says Marcus went to Target and he didn't know or whatever, or he didn't say nothing. So now when Marcus needs to go somewhere, Angel's like, I'm gonna go to Target.
Right.
Like, nigga, this is not helpful
Right.
at all.
At all.
I should have I admitted I was wrong. I should have left my phone. Now you just, why would you go
But
and
he
do
didn't
that?
apologize.
He apologized, but
he didn't admit
fault. Yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
was.
Oh.
Yeah. And I think because she had did all them things,
Yeah, at this point,
he
ain't-
forgot what he
yeah.
did was wrong.
Because
Because her
at this
thing was
point,
the most recent.
at this point, it's a negotiation of meeting back in the middle. He was like, you know what?
Right.
I'm sorry. She kept pushing him away. Of course, he's not going to
Yeah.
going to
Oh,
admit
yeah.
fault now.
Oh, yeah,
Because he
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, no, you told me not to wake you up for nothing, so I didn't wake your sleepy ass up. It's like, that's how he's looking at it.
He was.
But it's like 60-40 him. He's wrong. She's wrong too. But
She had him
2
100%
wrongs don't make a right.
wrong, and she was 100% right.
Yeah.
And she squandered it.
Yeah.
Right.
If I were him, the thing I'd be most leery about is how she responded to me being wrong in that manner. Like the 0 to 60 would have made me have pause for concern, and the I'm gonna get you back would have made me have pause for concern too. Like, because I'm gonna do stuff. We're both gonna do stuff, but I'm not gonna willfully be like, you did this to me, so I'm gonna do this to you just because I felt wrong. That could be dangerous.
And also, it's an entire powder keg because Pastor Cal sat there and she's explaining her situation. So he moves in to touch her. She's pushing him away.
Literally.
Pastor Cal's like, why are you doing that? Don't you? She said, yes, I want him to touch me. But he don't know you like that. So if you're rejecting his touch,
Sure.
he's just going to go further into his
Oh,
feelings. Now you
absolutely.
further into your feelings.
Now you
A
have that,
lot of it has to do with the fact they don't know each other that
100%.
well, and
Yeah.
everything is like they're not hearing each other. They could if they had on Raycons, they would hear each other crystal clear and what they're trying to communicate and what they're trying to say.
Boom.
All right, but they don't. They got some other type of earwear, and it's not doing it. It's not doing it for them. So no matter how you're feeling about getting back out there, there's no denying it's an adjustment. When the world is too loud, something I love to do is create my own soundtrack by popping in my Raycon's wireless earbuds. To hear who just walked in, he's created some really good soundtracks. Not soundtracks. What is those things called when you put music?
Playlist.
He created this ratchet playlist for me that I am super excited to listen to on my Raycons. Sometimes you need some upbeat music to pump you up before you see people or to stay calm, which they needed. Michaela and Zach.
Michaela
is also her name. And stay calm with some guided meditation, right? So like with us traveling, we try to work out at the gym. Kevin does his white woman walks every morning. Josh be
I am creating
jogging.
content. And also, I'm able to. I'm wearing my Raycons while I'm doing that.
Yeah, you are.
And I got a little vibe, and I'm like,
boom,
picture, video.
I
edit the video.
I'm telling you right now, Raycons are the best way to listen. They come with a bunch of gel tips for your comfort, unlike the other brands that don't stick out of your ear. Raycons has a 32. Excuse me, I belched. 32-hour battery life.
With their Raycons.
If with their Raycons, they got their eardrums are bleeding. Okay, so you can listen to what you want, when you want, or for a really long time. They start at half the price of other premium audio brands, but they sound just as good. And Raycons comes with a 45-day happiness guarantee, so you really can't lose. Give them a try, and you'll see what I mean. This is what we want you to do. Create your own soundtrack with Raycon. Right now, the bald and the beautiful listeners can get 15% off their Raycon order at buyraycon.com/TBTB.
TBTB.
That's BUYRAYCON.com/TBTB.
TBTB.
To save 15% off on Raycons. Buyraycon.com/TBTB. There you go. I definitely think that she overreacted, but I do think just a small consideration, or even him just admitting that he was wrong and like he could have handled it better, could have diffused all this. But I think a lot of that has to do with him being young and her being explosive.
Yeah.
So did this end up happening on the first day after the honeymoon?
It kind of
Oh,
was
by editing, you
edited
can't
that
always
way,
tell.
but
You
yeah.
can't tell.
You can't tell me because
he said
Johnny looked like he was
He
gone
said
for
he
a
tested
segment.
negative, but he'd only been quarantined for 5 days.
Listen, we're
Which don't
like,
make
what
sense.
they doing in
That don't
Houston?
make sense at all.
But also in Texas, COVID doesn't exist. So.
That's
Listen.
true.
Yeah.
Take some ivermectin.
So it's kind of hard to tell, but if they're in the same timeline as everybody else, this is like day number 7 or 8, maybe.
Yes.
And they've only been. This is only their second or third
Yes.
day being around each other.
Because they had the sex on the first day and the second day.
A second day. Yeah, they had sex second night.
Second.
Yeah.
So third, maybe fourth time being around each other.
So while for some people, going to sleep in a different bedroom in the house and falling asleep there by accident wouldn't be a big deal. I guess for her, being that they have not even been in the same space as a married couple
Yeah.
at all,
Yeah.
it is a bigger deal. If Marcus fell asleep in one of the kids' room while I would be probably frantically looking to figure out if he was still at the house, well, as soon as I saw the truck was there, I wouldn't be worried about it. But if we
Plus, I
had,
jogged down the street and a coyote got me.
then I'd be like, well, I don't know what to do about it.
That doggone coyote is out for y'all if that happens.
Oh, it's a few of them. I know their schedule now. I'll be tracking them.
Because when she said that he had left to put the dog asleep, her reaction made it seem like, oh, left, and there was a lot of space. That's the reason why I thought when he said I'm putting him to sleep, it was in his place.
People put dogs to sleep.
I ain't never heard of
No,
nothing like
we
that.
have never put a dog to sleep.
I
That's-
thought
Hold on,
like
hold on,
putting a
but
dog to
wait.
sleep.
no,
Dead,
like-
as in
Dead,
dead
yes.
sleep?
Yeah,
But
like
sleep
rock
like
a
a baby.
dog.
No.
Putting a dog, to actually, there's a lot of, I was about to say Angel Stock, but there's a lot of stuff that we don't do with our dogs that people be doing.
right, you're right. So that was another
I've never heard
reason why.
nobody doing that
I haven't
though.
either.
I
That's
ain't
the
never
other
heard that.
reason
I'm like,
why
is
when
this a
she
child?
explained it, when she was
I don't even put
explaining
a
it.
ball to sleep. I just put him in the crib.
Exactly.
Right.
That's why when she explained that he had took the dog to go to sleep, I automatically was like, oh, at his house, because the dog must not do
Right.
well in
At
the
her
apartment.
house, right?
Oh,
Or at
that
the
would
neutral
make more
space.
sense.
Yes, that's why I was like, okay, well, yeah, you should have
That's the
definitely
other thing
said
about this
something.
episode, that they were just like,
Oh, the
dogs,
dogs.
huh, guys?
The
Look how
dogs
much
were
they
the
matter.
unsung hero of the
Listen.
episode.
Everybody has
It's all dog issues.
It
It's
was
all
all
dog
dog
issues.
issues.
Except for Bao and Johnny.
Everybody was. They be and listen. I've had dogs in my life, but we weren't a dog family. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
These people, if them dogs don't get along, you can forget it.
Oh, it's a wrap.
Brett and
Let's go to them knees because that's
Brett and
where I want to
Ryan?
go. Let's go to Brett and Ryan.
that was their first. Her first concern was the dogs. He's annoyed with her most of the time.
Yes.
Yeah, that.
Right.
He's
Ryan?
annoyed with her
panicking.
high strungness.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's just like she panicking
panicking over the dogs.
The
Yeah.
kayak. And that's all you do is be getting high. Strung, girl, he be
High
looking
strungness
frustrated.
is hard. If you're a person that's very calm, dealing with someone who's always high strung it's a hard thing because you try to make their feelings seem valid, but you just like you always got feelings.
Is he here in here?
Not anymore.
I think he left.
He left. He just dropped that off.
Yeah.
Ah, shoot, he's coming. Tahir be high strung. He be worried. Oh, hey, Tahir.
We would just talk about you, specifically Kevin.
He said you be worried.
You
Wow.
we're live. We're live. Just FYI. Do you think you're high strung to hear?
Oh, wait, it was the yes
To hear
right
said
away.
yes
To
quickly.
hear
No hesitation.
be worried McGee. Now,
If I don't have something to worry about, like everything's cool, I will call somebody to take on their problem.
to hear, we have been having a
Mark,
hell
what's
of
wrong?
a time with travel.
Tell me something that's wrong so I can worry.
When we were trying to get back for Tony's funeral, Tahir was about to lose it because they kept pushing this flight back. Angel was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go down here and check." Tahir was like, "But if our bag, we can't do it. We
That
can't."
wasn't me. That was Greg.
Greg was even worse for this.
I was
Greg,
like, I already knew what was going to happen.
let me tell you what Greg went and asked the people. We gonna get off this flight and go to a different airline on a different flight. Our bags are on American Airlines. Could somebody go up in there and get our stuff off? The lady
They
was
could
like,
have. But no, they could have.
cannot, Angel.
I've had them do it for me before.
They got up in the plane when the bags was already on there. And
They
took
have
them off.
gotten my stuff off of there.
They ain't never did that. I
Yes,
don't care
they
what
have.
happened in your life.
No,
I'm
they
making
have.
my point now, and it never happened.
They have when I decided to switch from flying into Cincinnati to
to a different
Lexington.
airline.
It was you're right. It wasn't a different airline.
Different
it was
airline.
It was the same airline,
Yeah,
different
I'm
flight.
talking about you
You're
want
right.
to go on American
All right.
and go hand it to Delta.
No, you're
Back to
right.
people
You're
being
right.
high strung. I'm pulling this back to the
Oh
show
yeah,
real
Tahir's
quick.
high strung.
Angel, she at some situations she can get high strung.
Oh,
and
yes.
y'all seen our demeanors. I'm just like, you know what? It's gonna be
Yeah,
all right.
Melissa, don't be.
I can be, but I would say between the two of us, you're probably actually more high strung.
Me?
Because at the root of being high strung
It's
is
control.
control.
Let me tell
it's
you, I'm so
control.
glad you brought it up, Liz, because I was about to be like, were you calm and cool doing all this,
Yes.
Kevin?
Yes.
No,
I had my
Kevin.
head on straight.
Bought an additional flight.
Exactly. That we
Exactly.
didn't
But
even
did we?
use.
And we didn't
Bingo.
even use it.
That was to help y'all.
No, it wasn't.
I even said,
No,
I
it wasn't.
said when we
It was to help him.
at the when
Me?
our flight was
But I
getting
was
in at
calm when I did it.
9:15. When our flight was getting in at 9:15,
Control.
I said
Another flight.
If a push come to shove, we still can fly in at 9:15 and see if one of the drivers can just wait for the luggage. I was not thinking we were going to get a whole new flight. And Kevin was
And
like,
then didn't cancel because just in case. And then still went with the original flight.
Ordered the flight.
Yes.
Did he cancel the other one?
So y'all
Kid.
two again. Y'all two are the.
I wasn't high strung though.
No, that's why
That was
I thought
preparation.
it was hysterical that he called out to hear.
To hear
Because
be
this man, I love him dearly.
tell the truth. Tell the truth
The
on
way
him.
he will call out other people for the stuff that he do.
That he do.
I'm high strong. I just say to myself, my energy's low. Kevin is on the phone.
Show the
Walking. Pace
Come right
McGee.
here. Come right here.
Pace
Come right
McGee.
here. Come right here.
Pace McGee. Tahir offered for us
I'll
to
knock
be
all
able.
this. Okay. Take it easy.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
You there? Yes, you're not going to believe what happened to this.
Tell the
This
truth.
playback is hysterical. I didn't know you got on the
He
couch.
did
Yes,
get
he
off the
did.
couch.
Yes, he
Anything
did.
for the doggone joke.
Listen, Tahir
Anyway, we're
even
off track.
said, no, wait a minute, no,
We're
one
off
more
track.
last thing. Tahir even
I wanted to do
offered
it
for
to make
us
my
to get
point.
dressed at his house so that we wouldn't have to get dressed in the parking lot like he did. Kevin was like, no, I am not taking any chances
All I wanted
of
to do
being
was
late.
be there for my friend. It sounds
He
like a
did-
lot of people didn't want to do that. So
Kevin
the fact
said,
that
"I need my dresses to dress me."
I chose to go.
Y'all not going to believe what happened, Liz. They canceled the food on the flight.
They canceled the food on the flight.
I don't know. It's me. It's Kevin. I see you, boy. Liz.
Yeah. High strung.
So Brett and Ryan, right?
She is very
The
high
Angel
strung.
ain't that high strong.
No.
I
No,
can
no,
be
no.
high strung. I
But
can
no,
be
she
a
can
worry
be
word.
very. Yeah,
I can be a worry word.
Nobody is as bad as her. I think she sees her being Brett.
Yeah.
The thing to Angel's point, I think the bigger thing is if you fall on the other end of the spectrum, it annoys you even more.
Yeah.
If you were like maybe in the middle on it, you'd be like, okay, I get it, blah, blah, blah. But if you don't be tripping, when somebody is high strung, you'd be like, okay, this is bothering me. And he's brought it up every time.
Yeah.
And every time he'd be having his talking head by himself, he was like, the plane thing, he was like, man, I don't really know I don't really know if I could do this.
Yeah, I know. I don't let people usually, unless it's like intense, I don't let people being high strung
Rattle you?
get to me. Like, as an example, when I was still working, I was at the airport and we were looking at this piece, it's air handler, which gives air to the entire terminal.
Yeah.
And I was showing them something on it and I hit a button and the whole thing shut down. And the lady I was up there with starts freaking out. So she's like, what are we going to do? So I just look at her, close the door. And I sat there and waited. I said, it's got to have a reboot or something on it. And I said, if it don't, I'm just going to be in trouble. I'm just sitting there. I'm just waiting.
That is my husband.
And finally it starts ramping up. I was like, all right, there we go. You would have thought that God came to her. It was like, child is good. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, Marcus. I was like, it's cool. It's all right. Like, somebody gonna yell.
Options.
Somebody gonna yell. They're gonna be like, "Well, you up there?" I was doing this and that. It shut off. Did anybody pass out? Did a passenger die? No. All right, we good.
And said,
is-
I would just be in trouble then.
That is Marcus. Which I'm surprised. I think because Brett is so high strung, she's not even recognizing. Because that can also be irritating to have someone not care about the situation that you feel like is about to implode.
It's gonna make you feel like they don't care about you.
Yes,
as a
and they're
person.
just like, it's fine.
But also to her credit, I guess, if you're afraid of flying, you're afraid of flying.
Yes.
I don't know what the kayak thing is. She was uncomfortable.
Water.
But if them dogs don't like each other, it'd be a big deal if you love dogs. Because remember Jacob and Haley, their dogs didn't get along either.
No, they didn't.
That's true.
It was a big thing
But I think his point was the dogs had met for 2.3 seconds.
But they barked.
And she
Liz.
was already like,
And it was probably her energy that was causing the
No, it's
dog to
definitely
act that
dogs
way.
feed off your energy.
Right.
Dogs
And
are like, we high strung, huh? Yeah, okay.
That's what we doing. I don't. That's one of those things where you gotta, again, if they had dated for
right.
Absolutely.
months and months, like they would learn to counterbalance that. Like it's been like when Angel was in the emergency, well, not the emergency, Angel was having, babies and things are going crazy. Like me panicking and acting a fool ain't gonna help nothing.
Show lane. Go make things more.
And I'm just like talking to the doctors, like, all right, what y'all about to do? Just know if something happens to us, two of y'all are gonna get it. Like,
A lot of us are not making it out of this room alive.
There's gonna be charges. There's gonna be funerals. It's gonna be awful.
I will remain calm as long as everything goes right.
Which is so not like in my family. I have a lot of high strung women in my family.
Yeah, like her mom was there.
And she's a more high strung individual.
And I had to I was like, sit down. It's okay.
He was like
go to the corner.
Sit down.
And sit down.
That's how you said it
I
to her.
did.
He chastised my mama.
I did. No.
Hurt her feelings.
You did too.
I knew you were gonna bring that up.
He chastised your mama.
Chill out, Angel.
He chastised your mama. I did chastise.
What?
I did chastise because they was freaking out. Everybody was freaking out.
Look,
and I need to get control of this delivery
look, we
room.
was in the delivery room. Angel's bleeding out. It was crazy. They brought in the crash cart. I said, sit down.
For which one?
For the twins. After I had the
What
twins.
happened?
No, was your mom there for that one? Or was that for the?
No, she was
Oh
there.
yeah, she was there.
They weren't taking care of me.
They weren't taking care of Angel.
And
Her mom was the person that discovered that something was wrong.
So she was like, my high strungness did something for she did.
No, it did.
My mama saved my life. But she was. We were also about to go crazy at the same time because we needed her to calm down. But
and I was like, sit down. No, I ain't say that. But I was just like, Miss Dorothy, sit down.
She
Right
sat
there in
down?
the corner. Yeah, and she sat over there and just kind of rocked and rubbed her knees. I was like, all right, nurses. Goose.
Tenfold.
yeah.
But no, so I think if they had dated and they know that about each other, they know it's like a counterbalance. It
This
works.
show it lets me know so much. The things you learn. Go ahead, Angel.
What did you say
I
to
knew
her
it.
mom?
I knew it.
You know what? And
What did you say, Kev?
Angel, place your question.
What, Liz?
What'd you say to her
What'd I
mom? Because
say?
her mom was a sweet woman. I met her.
I love her to
Her
pieces.
mom
her
is a sweet
pieces.
woman.
Dime
This
piece
was
too.
Joe.
Isaiah.
Isaiah,
The first baby.
first baby, there was her organs were shutting down. And her mom also worked in the hospital industry. So she trying to do stuff to this, grab this person
In
and
the
I was
hospital
like,
industry.
yeah, hospital industry. That's what I'm saying.
Medical.
Medical industry. I knew I was around there, but somewhere is
Hospital
off.
industry. It could be.
It's
Medical.
funny he said it twice. Yeah, that's right.
I was
Medical.
like, what?
That's actually correct.
You got to be confident about your wrong.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
And I think they need to clear the room.
Well, I had
Preeclampsia,
preeclampsia that was
hypertension.
actually going into eclampsia. Like
Eclampsia.
I was beyond the pre-portion, and so everything was shutting down. And you know, preeclampsia is pregnancy-induced high blood pressure.
Yeah, high
so
blood pressure.
stimulation is too much.
That's what
It's
it was.
increasing my blood pressure, and so everybody was trying to come in. They were trying to turn on lights. They were
sisters
trying to
and
talk.
stuff.
They were trying to do this, that, and the third.
Sisters and mom.
Yeah,
And I was like, we need this room cleared. We need the room. That's what I said.
yeah.
And I mushed her mom.
He lying. That was a lie.
I was about to be like, no, you didn't.
Palm in the face. Ah!
No, I was like, guys, we need you to go outside so they can do what they got to do. And then I think her sister had left.
Everybody
a little bit.
was
They
outside.
left. Her mom was like,
You,
And then
But
she
you
left.
didn't let them in even after, like 2 or 3 days
No.
later. They still have to like
One at a
have you
time,
on the medication.
Marshalls.
Yeah.
one at a time.
oh,
And
Kevin.
they came in, and then I was like, yeah, man, this is my wife now. You guys are second.
I am the captain
Me and her
now.
mom got into it at the beginning of our marriage about that, too.
oh, bless
She
it.
wanted us to
What did you
babysit-
do? What did you say, Kev?
She wanted us to babysit a foster kid and have him spend the night. And she just told us, hey, this is maybe a month into our marriage. Y'all gonna watch this boy and he gonna spend the night. And I was like, he's not gonna spend the night though. She's like, no, I need him to spend the night. And I was like, we will watch him and we will drop him off or you will pick him up. But we're not letting him spend the night. This is my child, Melissa. This is my wife now. We're not, 'cause Melissa didn't want us to spend
Kev,
the night.
you're
either.
an asshole.
I know
So
it.
when I said
Crazy.
he's not spending the night, I'm not gonna drop him off, and I'm not gonna do anything else for you again. I'll do stuff for my daughter, but I'm not gonna do nothing else for you. I said, and that's fine. He's not spending the night though. Click, and I was like, yeah.
And what were you doing in the background, Melissa? Were you like, oh, Lord. Oh,
And then like a
Lord.
month or two later, she was like, her mom was like,
I respect it.
that. I respect you as a man. And she was like, I wasn't testing you, but you set your boundaries, and I respected them. When I had to check my grandma and my own mom,
Oh, you weren't afraid of nobody.
After
Oh, yeah.
after that,
Yeah.
who am I? Who should I be afraid of? I serve the
things
God
are
of
different,
Abraham.
yeah.
This is like calling fire down from heaven. Melissa's mom is a walk in the park to telling my own grandma, if you don't come to my wedding, I'm still getting married at this time.
You said I ain't no kid no more.
Listen,
I don't eat
because
cereal
Melissa's
in the
mom would
morning.
have had us doing whatever she wanted, and we didn't have foster kids.
Said I was in
Y'all had foster kids. No,
He said, I'm a grown man. And as a grown man, he still eats cereal, but it's Magic Spoon.
that's right. That's why I wanted to drop him off, because I wanted to stay up late eating Magic Spoon.
Growing up, I definitely ate probably cereal every single
I had
morning.
cereal yesterday.
I had cereal yesterday too. At 2 o'clock, I had me 2 bowls of Magic Spoon.
I had to
I'm
make
planning on
dinner
having
and I
something
was
later on
hungry.
tonight.
Magic Spoon
It's a good night
allows
snack.
you to still be that kid inside. Even you can be Bao and be proud and not feel ashamed because you're eating something that's still actually really healthy for you. It's a healthy breakfast. 0 grams of sugar, 13 grams of protein, and only 4 net carbs in each serving. Only 140 calories a serving. It's keto friendly, gluten free, grain free, soy free, and low carb. Build your own box. Available flavors to build your very own custom bundles are cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry, cinnamon, cookies and creams, and maple waffle. Just want you to know that cookies and cream and maple waffle, they were at first like just new flavors that they were doing temporary. Now it's permanent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Permanente.
And I'm glad.
They sold out so quick is the reason why they were like, well, we might as well keep them. So you can get these again or try them for the first time. They're delicious and indulgent. As Kevin said, they are great, guiltless midnight snack. I love that good old frosted flavor. Marcus is here for the berries. I also enjoy putting the cocoa and the peanut butter together.
Blueberry
okay?
color.
Okay, because they like R&B, they like rhythm and blues.
Ooh, I like
on my
that.
tongue, in my tummy. So this is what we want you to do. Go to magicspoon.com/TBTB
TBT.
to grab a custom bundle of cereal or try it today. And be sure to use our promo code TBTB at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money. No questions asked. Remember, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/TBTB. And use the code TBTB to save $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this episode.
I had my cereal yesterday before dinner, so it was a pre-dinner snack.
Oh, it was appetizer.
It was an appetizer to dinner, which is a great way because then you're not hungry while you're cooking dinner. It's great. All right. Anything else on whoever it is we was just talking about? Brett and
We
them.
talking about Brett and them.
All right. Let's go to Rachel and Jose.
Oh my God.
They had sex.
They
They
did.
did.
They edited like they didn't. Go ahead. We want to talk about sex first?
Go.
I think the funniest thing about Rachel and Jose is when they got in that house and he showed her that whiteboard with all the numbers on it and was immediately like, and I got to get you on this. She was like, I want to go on trips.
Yeah.
Well,
His face when she was like, I don't want to do this. I want to do what I want to do with my money.
I also think that, especially for people that just met, but regardless, you have to be careful about coming in and being like, the goal would be to get you here.
Oh, it's very condescending.
Yeah.
Very
It's so the way he
condescending.
talks about it, because well, my credit is
Exactly.
the A15, and we
You
want to
could
get
tell
you.
he wrote that
Exactly.
recently on that board just for them
Just
cameras to show.
He
it.
doesn't even jack off the porn hub. He goes on the
15.
Equifax 812.
I-
Experience 89. Yeah. FICO. Oh, your life's a creditor. Look.
you almost sound like you could be dying.
No,
Just
Are
almost.
you sure you enjoyed that? I'm not sure.
he jerks off to his credit card payments. Another on-time payment. Whew.
I hate this.
What a ride, Equifax, you dirty slut.
What a ride!
You are stupid.
It just be like, oh,
Kevin.
dog, it's his personality. Like,
It
Equifax
get it.
ejaculations.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm here
Yeah,
for the
it's-
alliteration.
Just get over it. That's a personal thing. Don't nobody else in this relationship care about that.
Nah.
And I have good credit, but like, he talks about it like CrossFit and veganism
Yeah.
and being from Houston. Like, it's the first thing you lead with.
Yeah,
Just-
like me and Angel, like I said, we always find ours competitive because it's always really close. It's like who's gonna be better this time. But
Yeah.
it's never been like a hey, let me write this down for visitors to see. Like
it was like a piece of art.
it was like
What's
so
the
what
first
you,
thing you show your wife?
it's like friends come over, ask me,
Yes.
ask me, just ask me. Go ahead, ask me.
Every-
8:15.
everything he's been able to accomplish with his money, with his savings, with his degrees are such a pride and joy to him. He feels
Absolutely.
like that
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
must be a pride and joy to other people, that other people must want this. And it's clear that she does not care.
Yeah.
I don't think Angel just doesn't care. I don't think she could make it clear how much she doesn't care.
She doesn't.
It is literally of zero value to her.
Yeah.
It does. Matter of fact, negative value. Because all she sees is
That's
"Ooh, you-
intimidating.
It's intimidating, and you're finna stop me from doing what I want to
but
do.
here's the thing.
Because you can't get like
Yeah.
this if you're taking trips.
And that's the
So we
thing
gotta
is
get
like
you here.
you got those two polar opposite people. The people that don't budget like that see it as, oh, it means I can't take trips and do what I want
Right.
to. And the people that do see it as, oh no, you just want to spend all the money and you won't be able to get this and you don't know how to budget your money. No, the reason they can take those trips is because they must be budgeting for something.
Yes. And she's not embarrassed by it.
No.
She's like, I spend my money, I take my, like she's enjoying her
Right.
life. So therefore it's not going to be of value nor exciting. And I would venture to say it's going to be detrimental.
Yeah, I didn't know this until recently. And so in the same mind, I guess, as Jose, I didn't know that there were certain people that did not aspire to be homeowners.
If I had learned anything from Twitter, a lot of people just be like, man,
No, we have friends
Right.
like that.
I did not know that people did not aspire. Just because they didn't own didn't
No,
mean
that was. Sorry, I ain't gonna put their business out there, but that was a
about it?
conversation. It's like, yeah, that's something that we never even.
that
thought
was
important.
something. Yeah, that was. It was unimportant because they also didn't think it was attainable.
Ah, okay.
So
That's
some
it. You mean
people.
some people are just like, I could do this if I wanted to. I choose not to.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
some people who are just like, no, owning a home is not even on my list of things. And I think for him, that is not computing because
foreign.
it's the American dream, especially with them being of a Latino descent or
Oh, you came in with that Telemundo.
Latinx. Hello.
Latino descent.
Descent. That is especially a part of the can be a part of the American dream of I am owning something in this country.
Absolutely.
So for her not to have those aspirations, I think just seems so far from his mind of thinking he can't even no way get it together or understand.
It's we talked about this before with the experts picking people from different sides and hoping they pull them together. In our experience of it, the last 3 seasons, it doesn't do that. They just want to do more.
Yes.
Jose's not going to talk to her and be like, you know what? I was wrong. Credit's not that important. I really want to take more trips. And she's not going to be like, you know what? I was wrong. Trips are not important.
I said I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Credit is more important. I think that their values on finances are going to be a difficult bridge to cross.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. I think they are both very entrenched. And also, I think she is annoyed by the way he positions it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She hasn't said it yet, but I could see the way she was just looking at
It's
that board.
controlling.
Yeah, she was like, bro, I don't need, it's like the toothbrushing thing all over again. I don't need you to do this, nor do I want to. I don't aspire to own a home. The only thing is she was like, I wish I could save more money. But I also want to go to Greece.
Well, that's
and I'm
what I'm
always
saying.
going to go to Greece.
Right.
If your priorities are Greece,
Yes.
He said
Then-
every 2 years. No, this year.
Right. Because it's like Melissa and I, we are the same on a lot of those things like that. Like I was just talking about this with like, we're on the road, we make good money and all that type of stuff. But for us, it's never been about building our coffers to infinity amount of savings, right? It's about we
Enjoying
want to
life.
experience, live our life, invest into this app, whatever we got to do. Whereas if it were Greg,
You talking about the
Greg-
streaming service?
I'm talking about the streaming service.
The
Did I
streaming
say
service
app?
is amazing.
I
Yes.
must have made a mistake. Streaming service. Greg follows in his dad's footsteps, which is save every penny. You never do nothing. You don't have to do nothing. You'll die.
My dad was always like it too, and I veered away from it.
Yes.
He got a
Earlier on.
Mercedes Benz.
Male
your
is
daddy?
like
He had a Mercedes.
He had it-
However, he also saved a whole lot too.
Yeah.
Daddy's
Mel
thing
is like
uh,
me. I want to go on the trips and do the stuff and have the parties.
Mel Greg's wife.
Mel, Greg's wife. But they end up.
I was like
agreeing.
my sister, but yeah, she is his
She's
wife.
my sister too.
I know, but you know
my
what I mean.
sister as
I was
well.
like Mel, Melissa.
Mel don't even have
whatever.
hardly any memories without me. She was 12 when she met me. She's 38. That's more than half of her
love
life.
to insert yourself.
That's more than half of her life. She's 30.
That's his like
She's
claim to
38.
fame.
That is my
Absolutely.
sister.
And that's what's confusing
I
to
love
people
her.
when they meet Mel, and I'm like, oh, that's my sister. After Kevin has said that's my sister, so then they're looking at us like,
the funniest thing
No,
about
if you
that
see
is
them, it's like-
Melanie and Melissa looks like the
They
same
look
person
like twins.
in 4 different years. If you didn't have short hair, you would look like twins even more.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
she's
dead
my
on each
sister, and they have loved me and accepted me. But the thing that Mel and Greg have been able to do is compromise.
You're right.
I think what they are on a faster track. It's going to be hard. If she's like, every time you come in here, you talking about this, I don't want to do this no more.
Absolutely. I think there is a compromise that can work because it's not as if either one of them are hurting for money. At least it doesn't look like she is.
I agree.
So if he were to agree that, okay, these trips can happen, can you allow me to create the budget for the trips?
Right.
Maybe there would be some compromise in that where she's like, okay, we're still getting to travel, but we're spending in a way that doesn't have you hyperventilating.
Yes. Because you'll be living like you feel like your life is boring.
Right.
If you don't want to just save until eternity and buy a house or whatever, you're gonna feel like you're not enjoying life. He's gonna feel like he doesn't have the security to enjoy life.
Right.
And that's gonna be like that's the push and pull.
Yeah, there's an easy compromise there for both of them.
yeah, they could work.
Oh,
Actually.
yeah.
Yeah, they could work. Anything else on
Nah,
them?
let's go ahead and move on.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
do because we still got to shoot another whole podcast.
We're done right now because they ain't gonna be long.
And Joe get off
Mirla
school early.
and Gil.
So I was expecting her house to seem more along the lines of Jose
Jose's,
and
yeah.
Ryan's.
Yeah.
Just on the fact of how she talks and how
Yep.
she wants to live and all the spending. All her money is in her closet.
Yeah.
It's all in bags and shoes.
I'm like, to each his own, but
Right.
I'm like,
Some
that's
people-
that's what.
Some people
Bags
rather
and
share.
shoes?
Listen, when you live in LA, you realize people will stunt clothing wise, bag wise. You get to that house, you be like, "Why you living in the? Your bed is in the kitchen."
And because it's Houston,
Atlanta.
because it's not L.A. or New York or
Yeah.
Sacramento, where it's like the prices. I just in the
That's
back of my
actually a
mind,
fantastic point.
In the back of my mind, I was already expecting like, oh, this house
That's
is
a
absolutely
fantastic
beautiful, and she got the closet too. But it's like, no, you got this apartment, and there's your closet.
And in Houston, you could get you some land. When I was
Yeah.
doing my walk in Houston, I was like, "Y'all, the houses just be big as outside,
Man.
everywhere." And these aren't even like we weren't even in a crazy neighborhood.
Yeah. the
All of
house
our
is
friends
huge.
back home in
Dog.
Kentucky, everybody
It'd be
got a
hard.
front foyer in their house,
Porches,
chandeliers. I'm like,
backyard,
God dang,
side yard,
Yeah.
tree, big oak tree. And I go in my backyard, I'd be like, "Achoo, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
sir, I fell into your backyard."
But it's still California. I know I'm not going back.
Her pictures cracked me.
Oh,
my
the
God.
pictures.
I said, "Oh, Mirla."
That was.
I said,
Like, I
"Oh."
love me. Anybody time you got just pictures up of yourself
In a
that-
bikini,
ain't
everywhere.
included nobody else. Mama, brother, nobody.
like a
She just
whole
like me, bikini,
picture
beach,
wall.
me.
Sure did.
Don't I look good? I do, self.
Yeah, I asked myself. I said, self, have you
I
ever seen anybody more
love-
beautiful?
I love
No.
her good high self-esteem. I'm glad that she loves herself.
She does.
And I do like what she said of even though her pacing is just a little bit confusing for me
Yeah.
because I feel like if she was dating someone, she wouldn't wait 8 weeks to kiss that person on a date. If she says she would, but that's what it's hard for me to believe that she wouldn't kiss someone she was attracted to after about the third date. But I do like that she was like, I will not allow these people to pressure me. It's about
Yeah.
how I feel, because it can feel like pressure, because it does seem odd from the outside. Like we didn't see people who said they're not gonna have sex, and we've all been kind of like, but to say that I'm not, it's a potential that I won't even kiss you.
Is
that why you
say about get divorced?
Yes, because
Yeah,
he
but
was like,
before the decision day.
he's
it's
like, if we have not
like
kissed,
a kiss.
I'm going to ask for a divorce.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought so. I
But
just want to make sure.
it does seem like she likes him though.
She does.
Like, they
They're
seem
really-
like-
it works for whatever reason.
Dude, that's what I was saying. I said it last week. I was like, it seems like they get along a lot better, and they are clicking a lot more than what we're seeing.
Absolutely.
because it seems like it's working.
And they have the whole hand thing going. Like she's
Yeah.
not like get off.
No,
me, don't
no,
touch me.
they're always touching each other.
But I do agree. I think they might have a Ryan and what was the flight attendant?
Clara.
Clara. Like, I don't know that this is, but how they had a different relationship behind the cameras and they just didn't do it. I agree with Angel. I didn't think about this before, but I think she's just like, y'all not gonna force me. It's also weird to be like, y'all had sex?
Yeah, the cameras
Right.
is like,
Have y'all kissed?
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't. She started off like, my life is private. I moved slow. Remember she was telling her friends. But we mid-30s. The sex I get, but a kiss.
Yeah, no, I would have been
I
done.
feel like she's planting a flag and being like, I'm not doing this no matter
Which
what.
could be.
Yeah.
It could be. She might be really scared and just not admitting it.
yeah, but it's been six.
she can't
It's been
kiss.
6 days, 7 days.
No. Yes, but it's okay in my head that they have not kissed as of yet.
Yeah,
But
because even when they brought up sex, she said yet.
She did say yeah.
I'm saying when she said there is a possibility that she would not have kissed him
Oh, by decision day.
by decision
how many
day.
How long is
8
this?
weeks.
It's an 8-week process.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why I said
Yeah.
that.
But
to me
everything
doesn't sound-
accelerates, like somebody
It
said.
does.
Everything accelerates once you're around somebody for so long.
Yes.
Like,
That's why I also listen, to each his own, but I do feel like people who are that like guarded, this is not the opportunity or experiment that they should be a part of.
I think that too. I think we were looking at the Love on Stage show, and the stakes of just wanting to continue dating someone. I think sometimes this is what these people need. The commitment of marriage doesn't always make people take the commitment of marriage.
Right.
They're just dating each other still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's just great stakes for a show, and it makes them be like, okay, I'm serious about this. But in some ways, they be still dating.
They absolutely are.
Accelerated dating, but they just be like, I'm still dating.
They're just
Yeah.
dating with a ring on their finger.
They
Right.
are 8 weeks. I'll get this annulled. Or,
Right.
or
And there is
divorced.
a balance of like, we still think about Paige, and she came in a little too committed to the process for the way that
Right,
she was
right.
being
Yes.
treated.
The only one like,
Yes.
girl, y'all should just be dating.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I understand it is marriage and it is, I got
Yeah,
it.
with
But
no
plus
expectation of
also,
moving forward.
you should divorce him because he's treating you like trash. But then there's also the line of like, you are married. So like, you do need to like,
Yeah.
put your full self forward in this and finding what that balance looks like. I actually think it differs from couple to couple, and it does make it difficult. To his point, if he said, if we haven't kissed by this time, I'm going to ask for a divorce. What that means, he's talking about intimacy. It's not
Yes.
just about the kiss.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
If you're going to
Absolutely.
be that guarded after 8 weeks.
Absolutely.
Because it wouldn't make sense even if he wasn't married. If it was someone he was dating, after he would be like, "Girl, so why are we going out
We
to
are
lunch
not
and doing all
talking
this?"
But
sex. We're talking
Right.
about
You're
Nah.
right.
but it's like I think it's all talk at this point for her.
For her?
Yeah,
Wait,
because
what
like
do you
she's thinking about it. It's like 8 weeks. I'm not sure, but
I think
she likes
just
the
be liking to
dude.
do that.
But that's still like, if you can see that he's like earnestly, like really wanting to see if they were going to have any intimacy, to dangle that 8 weeks, I'm not sure. Like, that's just not, it's not nice.
No, it's not nice. I didn't say it was
not
nice. I just said it's all talk
not
though.
nice.
I mean, she comes off as though she's not that nice of a person, even though it does seem like it. It's like, oh, he tells, oh no, we
Listen,
touch,
to
we
each his
hug,
own.
we this.
Well, and the
But I'd
other
be
thing
like-
we have to remember is that, if you're a person, and maybe and Mirla could be this person where that type of physical intimacy doesn't matter to you, then it's easy to be like, it's not a big deal after
That's a
8
good
weeks.
point. That's a good point.
But for him,
Yeah.
if physical intimacy is important, it is a way that
Exactly.
he understands and interprets love. You can't simply say that's not a big deal. He's overreacting.
Right.
No.
Yeah, you're right.
For him, that is important.
I
Yeah.
completely agree with you, Liz.
wholeheartedly.
She did a whole lot better with the dog than what I thought.
Yes, she did.
I think she does a lot better than what she says on everything.
I think
Yeah.
so too.
I think-
I think she has a character
that's
on
the,
TV,
and
I
that's the
think
whole
that's-
8 week thing. I'm like, that's all
Yeah,
talk.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Right.
yeah.
In theory, she don't want a dog, but when you see the dog's like, "Hey man, what's up?"
Which I guess that's
My
what you're
fault.
saying about the 8 weeks thing too.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
Maybe she's just talking, and as we go along, hopefully she does open up as she gets to know him. I don't know.
Yeah. I
Somebody
don't know.
said
They seem good together. I
this
don't
is
know.
good.
They do.
King
Yeah.
Panda said they are attached, not married.
That's true.
I like it.
That is true.
That's a fact.
That's
I'm
a fact.
confused.
They are attached. They're not
Machines.
married.
No, they are married.
I mean, they are
No, they
married.
are
But
married.
to them, they feel attached.
Okay. She's saying the way they're behaving.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, no, but they are
legally
married.
they're married, but they're attached.
Yeah,
Because
no,
at
I
the
get
end of
that.
8
I get
weeks,
what
you
you're
could be like,
saying.
nigga, I'm done.
And we throw this thing of, but they married, but I'm like, mentally, you ain't married.
Right.
You are not. None of these
Right.
people are married mentally.
Ooh, someone said it
You-
the other way. That's good too. Child, I don't
They're
know
married,
that
not
answer.
attached.
They married,
yeah,
not attached.
you can look at it both ways. Actually,
really
Actually,
could.
both make sense.
they both make sense.
Either
But yeah,
way.
like
They're
the only
married, not
people,
attached, it makes
even
more sense.
even like Woody and Amani, I don't think they mentally they were married yet. They wanted
No.
to be married and mentally there, but
You're right, Marcus.
this is day number 7 or 8 or whatever. You're not mentally there with nobody. I don't care who it is.
I agree with you.
Well,
Especially
'cause
at this- yeah.
You still learning them. You learning how to
Right.
be there for them and all that. But there's certain when
Yeah,
you
you're
are
right, Marcus.
making
Right.
but when someone is making
Make
it
meals
clear
when I'm
to
home.
you how they
know,
need
kid.
to be
You a
cared
different
for
crew.
and you're not, it's just like you're rude.
I'm sorry.
No.
You're
I
rude.
said make meals when I'm home. He said, I don't know, Kev, you're a different crew. So for y'all who don't know, this is hilarious. Me, Angel, Josh, to hear Greg, we are the tour crew.
We're the
We didn't name y'all.
No, we just came up with a name. We got jackets coming in.
tour crew. Popping the collar.
We got bowling shirts coming.
Amazon mine to arrive tomorrow.
Marcus, Melissa, Mel, and Daddy are the
Stay at home.
The stay-at-home
Home
crew.
crew.
So
Home
Marcus
crew.
came over this weekend. First of all, just so you understand, Marcus makes the best meals you have ever had in your life.
good.
The
Thank y'all.
Kentucky mule.
Kentucky mules. He made them for us in Kentucky.
You should be named after Kentucky moving forward.
Yes. Marcus be bringing his knife and cutting up the stuff. We come home, the tour crew comes home. My house got ginger beer in the refrigerator. And there's whiskeys on the counter. Listen, don't drink no whiskey. And I was like, where this came from? She was like, Marcus had made mules. Marcus made mules.
No, they're the Marcus mules. And please know Marcus is very proud that
Oh!
Melissa
I-
named them that.
I did
She said.
No, you did it in Kentucky.
You in Kentucky. You said, give me a.
Oh,
you
okay.
don't think you said a Marcus
Yeah,
Mule.
you
I
said, let me get a Marcus Mule because
damn
he
right.
blushed after that. He said, let's call this a Marcus Mule.
Liz.
I said, look
Girl.
at you. He blushed.
Hey,
Let's call this a Marcus Mule.
Liz.
I'm talking about handcrafted cocktail. He put the little apron on. He stoked stuff over an open flame. I remember we first started hanging out, Marcus and Angel. Angel said, "Oh, Marcus love old timey stuff."
Loves
Dude,
it.
man.
Anything
Matches.
old timey.
Yeah, I
Anything.
we was smoking cigars. I pulled out my matches and stuff. Like,
We
come
were here for an hour
on,
trying to use a match.
Oh my God.
But anyway, so now we are. I was very sad. I was just drinking ginger beer
Kev
because I
wants
was.
to be everywhere.
He does.
I
He
want
wants
to be in every
on
friend
tour.
group.
He wants to do a show, and he doesn't want to miss any of the family functions.
Angel has friends that I don't know. Huh.
He's
I'm in
trying
that
to take
group.
all my friends. He
Hello,
said,
Brisha,
Denora
Denora.
Walcott, you're my
Who
friend.
are-
I was like, no.
Oh yeah, he'll
Can
adopt
men
them
join the
quick.
Deltas? I
Listen,
want to be in
Now
the
Yes.
that
Delta.
men join the Delta.
But listen, guess who I became friends with? I'm sneaking it too.
Who?
Big Toe.
Ah, they were all moving in on my friends.
I am.
Tony Baker's friends too. All you guys taking your pictures in white, huh?
Yep,
I
they
was
went
there.
pictures, but
Bring
you
me in
weren't.
that group chat. To hear
I
you
ain't
got
getting no
gerbils
pictures.
you've known before me, get me in the cake.
Someone said, I understand, Maryland girl. We off that.
Oh yeah. Let's close. We got to shoot another podcast.
Negro, you're the ones who brought up the mules.
Yep,
What
you
to
did.
hear?
Call me another jerk.
To hear
I thought
me-
he said he got gerbils. You called him a gerbil?
He constantly calls to hear a gerbil.
Would you cup your hair like
I know.
this?
They be hitting each other like they each other's mamas.
Because if I hit it flaccid, like straight like that,
Not
it's
flaccid.
gonna go into his body fat.
He pocketed it.
It's like a soft Shut up.
He gave him a skibbity pap.
Close this out, man.
Yeah.
All right.
All
I'm
right.
going to name this episode Featuring to Here.
Man.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us for today's episode of The Ball and the Beautiful. We'll be reviewing. Did we decide this?
Insecure.
Insecure.
October
Yeah.
25th.
Thank you. October 24th, 5th.
Fifth?
All right, I got to binge
Whatever
watch
that
it.
Sunday is.
He's gonna start binge watching.
Okay,
so
You
you
ain't
ready?
seen it?
I've seen bits and pieces. I
Oh,
ain't
watch
seen
it. Yeah, you got plenty of time. And they're short episodes. So we'll be
23
binge
minutes.
watching, not binge watching, we'll be reviewing Insecure, the final season. Bye.
Bye.